device is good. Okay, good. Well, we got through our second day of practice, no pads, so really we're not, truly playing football yet, but thought we had a lively practice. Had some real good competition down at the one-on-ones with the wide receivers and DBs. Alvin Cornelius had another good day, which was good to see. Jamal Custis made a real nice catch. Thought the corners probably won the whole period, which was good to see. I think the kids as coaches as well are looking forward to getting to Thursday when we get to put the pads on. But all in all, pretty good practice considering we're really not in football mode yet with the pads. With that, any questions?
Good to see a little bit of practice today and Rob Trudeau working at center. How do you think he's developed there? I know last spring he got some run there and snaps were a bit of an issue.
Yeah, well, we're playing them both, guard and center, and rotating people in, but so far so good. But again, we haven't hit yet, so we'll see how it comes when we start hitting.
How's Terrell look so far?
Sorry?
Terrell, how's he look so far?
Not bad. Did some good things at times. Got some other things where he's a little late with his reads. But all in all, not bad. Trying to get that rhythm back, but it'll come.
So Kendall Moore doing some blocking drills with the O-line. Is he been moved there permanently or just trying him there?
We're just going to play whoever we have to, wherever we have to, whenever we have to. So, he's working on getting his strength and his body weight up, but I think he could do a really good job up front, anywhere along the front, whether it be at center or out the tackle and that sort of thing. So we're trying to force feed him in there, and he's been doing a good job so far.
Did he put on a lot of weight since
Not
last
enough.
year?
Not enough. We're working on it. He needs to gain a pound a week before we get to summer camp, and we'll be in good shape.
Scott, you talked about the defensive backs a little bit in the one-on-ones. What can you say about some of the guys individually?
Well, I hate to point anyone out yet, but some of the young guys, I think Juwan Dowles did some good things. Cordy's playing both corner and safety. I thought he played pretty well at the safety position at times. We got a good battle going on out there, and a lot of guys. Cordell Hudson did some nice things in coverage today as well, but too early to really tell, to be honest with you. I like their approach. I like their attitude.
Coach, you mentioned Terrell being, maybe not up to speed exactly with his reads, but how much of that do you chalk up to the break and a normal break, and how much do you chalk up to a shortened season?
Well, I think the new offense more than anything. In the drill work and everything, he looks fine. He's throwing the ball well. It's coming out quick. His feet look good. I don't think the leg has been a problem other than a little fatigue at times. So, for the most part, I think it's just a matter of getting on pace with the new offense, the system, the cadence, getting our routes broken at the place that Coach Lester wants. But I've been pleased. I've been real pleased with him.
What does the new offense mean for him specifically in terms of what he's doing?
Well, I think we'll show you that when we get to, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of similar things that we're doing. There's a lot of things that'll be new, I think it'll accentuate some of his strengths. I think it gives our kids flexibility to be playing multiple positions or multiple placements at the same position, which will be unique. But only time will tell. But it's been a good start for the first 2 days.
Have you filled Skarnecki's position yet?
No, still in the process there.
You're thinking out-of-house or in-house for that? It's a pretty important.
We're going to hire the best guy available and get some great candidates.
Saw a third running back in the mix, number 24.
He's a young guy. Yeah, he's a young guy. We're looking forward to getting to know him better. It just started up really a short time ago, so give me some time before I have an opinion on him. Nice kid. Nice kid. Works hard at it.
Good to have a third running back, right?
Yeah, we got more than three.
Yeah.
We just move people around.
What can you say about the ones that you have, Devontae McFarland, George Morris, just what you've seen so far?
Got to get the pads on. It'll be like a broken record with a lot of the questions, really, because right now we're not playing football yet, and it's just run through and all this, and you'll notice most of the talking points are really on the skilled players because you can see them out in space do some things. Irvin Phillips caught a really nice corner route in one-on-ones today. I don't know if he's ever run a corner route. I think last year we played around with it, but he looked good on those things. It'll be interesting to see how things start to pan out now we put the pads on.
What does the IPF allow you to do differently video-wise? I think Austin Wiener tweeted that there's new kind of video equipment you guys are using.
Yeah, we Pete Sala did a great job, along with Steve Scarnecchia, researching. NFL does a lot of these remote cameras that are actually already in place, so you don't have to get up on the lifts and you don't have to have building structures, especially in the indoor. So they put 2 sideline cameras right around the 40-yard line and 2 end zone cameras, and they remotely get to film practice from Manly, even though we're in the indoor facility. And all you young guys and gals are really good with the video games, and so are they. So I think they're happy because they don't have to walk through the cold snow to get to practice. It'll be interesting to see, how things kind of come to fruition with what we end up doing the next couple of years with our outdoor equipment. But it's something that the NFL has been doing for quite a few years now with this remote camera system. The video's been great. And for the most part, I think everybody's been real pleased with the logistical makeup of how it's worked out. But it's a pretty cool system.
Does it change the film you have, or the angles different?
No, no, they're just better, to be honest with you. The end zone cuts are better. They're a little bit higher, and I've been real pleased with what it looks like.
You mean the end zone cuts are higher, the cameras are higher?
Yeah, the camera's a little bit higher.
So it does give you a little bit of a different angle when you're looking at the film, right?
Not really, same angle, just a little higher.
Oh, and farther back. Okay, I see what you're saying.
The film looks good.
Coach, can you kind of give us an idea of the difference between spring practices and maybe when you're in season, and as far as you get more time with kind of the young guys or the guys who don't have that game experience?
Yeah, unfortunately last year we had to play a lot of young guys due to some of the injuries we had, but spring ball is a time that you can space out your practices. You're not preparing for a game situation, so your kids are having an opportunity to learn in a progression without really getting shoved into game weeks 10 days away, 8 days away, 6 days away. So it's, you have a day off. You get to heal up a little bit. You get to, look at the film once or twice rather than, just in one meeting. Kids can come up on their own and get a lot of, self-coaching and grab the coach one-on-one. Whereas in season, you don't have that kind of time, even preseason camp. Because you're pushing to get to the game plan. Right now we're not game planning against anybody. We're just running the offense, running the defense, playing a lot of base football, and trying to improve upon the techniques. Gives you a chance to really work your progression, look at your progression as a coach, and say what can I do better when I get to Thursday's practice. Knowing you have that time to look at it again, get feedback from each other as well as the players. So I think there's a little bit of patience that you get to work with in spring as compared to once you get into the fall season.
Given the fact that you do have a quarterback returning with a fairly significant injury, how much of a factor was that when you were making your offensive playbook?
Going into spring, none at all. We factor in the position and the qualities that we're looking for in each player, and really no factor at all.
Biggest challenge that you have, and biggest challenge the players have for the spring?
Just to learn how to continue to work at a high level. We lost some good, some good football players that had a lot of experience. I look at some of those defensive kids that are playing right now, and there's a lot of newbies running around. I think that there's some athleticism and the skill sets will be good, but learning how to work on a consistent basis from day to day, learning how to play within yourself, learning how to control your emotions will probably be some of the things that are most important for me to see out of those guys. Consistency is probably the key word there.
Any injuries?
No, nothing today. I got to go see the injury report. Taylor Hindy might have had an elbow or something. So really nothing new there. The one is Marcus Coleman. Unfortunately, he tried to get going and everything. He's had foot injuries, both sides, and it's been chronic. And it looks like he's probably going to get disqualified to play. So really a sad state because he's such a great kid. He embodies what a student athlete is. He's been a very good student here, and he's worked his tail off to try to, to get on the field more and more. But Marcus Coleman, it's not looking good for him.
That's first his career, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Coach, how else does the indoor practice facility work to your advantage now that you've gotten a chance to use it all?
Well, it just gives you the opportunity to have a full-scale practice without worrying about running into the walls, to be quite honest with you, without worrying about where you have to move your drills. It's still, a singular football field, so It's the exact same footprint as the indoor, as I should say the dome. So for our kids, the spacing and the feel of it's good. But really, it's just giving us the luxury to start practice earlier in the year, which will help us heal up, which will help us build up before we get to the summer camp, having an extra month or so to truly, work that cycle of strength training in. That'll help us immensely. Good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
guys have a good night.